Hey guys, Casey here again. Today, I'll give you a glimpse into my past and show you why my feelings toward my birth mom and stepmom are the way they are. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My parents got divorced when I was just 5, and I've always lived with my stepmom Polly and my dad in a huge mansion. Since Polly was a successful fashion designer, she had an elegant taste. And my mom, well, let's just say she has a flair for the dramatic. Once when I was 6, I was at the school talent show and Polly was putting some final touches onto my costume. "You look fantastic. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun."
"Oh, thanks. I hope so. I love our teamwork."
Just then, Mom burst in wearing a ridiculous peacock dress with a colorful tail that kept getting in her way and knocking over objects.
"Oh, hi there. Your outfit is, noticeable."
Oh, yes, I know. I'm going to sing opera, but I'm afraid people might faint because they might not be able to handle how amazing my voice is. The judges won't be able to resist my stunning outfit.
It's not a competition, Mom.
But Mom just walked off onto the stage and started singing. She was an opera singer before her marriage, and she did have an incredible voice, but 5 seconds into her performance, she did a ridiculous dance move, tripped over her costume, and ripped it apart, revealing her polka-dotted underwear. Polly rushed over to help Mom. "Oh dear, that's really unfortunate, but it could happen to anyone. Here, let me help you fix that." "Oh, you think this can be fixed? If this happened to you, you'd be crying like a baby. Get your hands off me, you stupid woman." Everyone in the crowd was laughing at Mom, and I felt humiliated, and the incident really affected me, because just 2 days later, I ended up picking a fight with some kids and landed in the principal's office.
"Casey, I'm really disappointed about the fight today, which is why I've called your mom and stepmom to discuss this."
"That's it? So kids fight all the time. Why are we wasting our time here?" "He's the principal. Let him talk."
"We take any form of aggression very seriously in this school. Can you tell us what happened, Casey?"
I got angry at a few kids for making fun of my mom, so I hid their lunches.
Atta girl. Serves them right for mocking me in my gorgeous outfit. In fact, let me teach them a lesson. With that, Mom left the office and went running to the cafeteria and started screaming. "You think my costume is funny? Have you seen the way you guys dress up? I should be laughing at you, because your sense of fashion is a joke." The kids stared in shock, and some of them even started crying. "You'd be so lucky if you got to wear outfits as magnificent as mine. If I hear you've mocked me again, I'll make sure you're only allowed to wear polka dot socks for the rest of the year."
Well, that's one way to handle it.
The principal called security, who took Mom out while Polly apologized on her behalf. Honestly, I was getting tired of Mom's behavior. She was crazy and embarrassing. I even started making excuses to visit her less often. I loved hanging out with Polly because she was so much more intelligent and sophisticated. Once in 7th grade, I was supposed to visit Mom, but I lied that I was busy working on a school project. Polly and Dad had to go somewhere and they couldn't find a babysitter. I knew Polly would never invite Mom to stay with me, so I had the place to myself, and I loved it. But an hour after they left, I got hungry and decided to cook something. I had no idea what I was doing and ended up spilling boiling water all over myself. I cried till I passed out. "What kind of circus are you running here? You were supposed to be watching her. Unbelievable." "We didn't know she'd be cooking while we were out. It was an accident. Let's focus on Casey's well-being now." "You two couldn't take care of a cactus, let alone a child. I'm going to tell everyone about this."
Casey is doing fine. The burn is major, though. Her arms and legs are really hurt, and she'll need some weeks to recover.
"Great. Can we see her now?"
Of course.
"Not you. You've done enough, you dumb witch." Mom burst into my room, threw herself on my bed, and started crying like a hyena. That entire week as I recovered, Mom constantly fought with Polly until Dad decided it was better for Polly not to visit me at all. But that wasn't half as scary as the day I found out that Mom had filed a custody case over the burning episode, and worse, she'd won it. Suddenly, I had to live with Mom instead of Dad and Polly, and it was really tough on all of us, especially me, because now I had to deal with her constant craziness. So when they invited me over to dinner one day, I was over the moon. It was their anniversary, and I wanted to look my best, but my scars were still fresh. So even though it was pretty hot, I chose a long-sleeved outfit. Just as I was ready to leave, Mom walked into my room. "You're wearing that in this heat? You must be boiling." "I feel fine in it, don't worry." "Fine, suit yourself. But don't blame me if you're uncomfortable all night." Feeling fairly confident, apartment. I arrived at Dad's place and Polly immediately pulled me into a hug. And she didn't comment on my outfit even once. I won't lie, it was uncomfortable to wear full sleeves, and even kids at school gave me crazy looks for dressing up like that, but some of them were nice. I even made some new friends, but there was no one I was really close to. I think God heard me whining because one day after school, I walked into Mom's apartment to find a boy on the couch playing with some toys. Mom? Who's this?
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. This is your half-brother, Ethan. His dad had custody, but he's been really sick lately. He's asked me to take care of Ethan for a while.
My what?
You're my sister? I'm so happy to see you.
He hugged me, but I just stood there dumbfounded. I had a half-brother, and Mom kept it from me all this time? Mom, how could you not tell me about this before? Does Dad know? Mom, I'm talking to you. Get off your freaking phone.
Oh my God, do I have to tell you everything? You know now. Anyway, I'm tired. You two get to know each other.
After the initial shock subsided, I realized it wasn't Ethan's fault that Mom had kept him a secret from me. Having him around actually brought some unexpected joy into our home. One day, Ethan and I were in the living room playing a game where we had to act out random scenarios. All right, let's see your best chicken moves. He got up and started doing the most awkward, hilarious chicken dance I had ever seen. I couldn't stop laughing. We were having a great time, and then Mom walked in.
What is all that noise?
Just a little chicken action, Mom. Wanna join?
Mom was hesitant for a moment, then decided to give it a try. She started flapping her arms and attempted a few clumsy dance moves, but suddenly she lost her balance and fell, hitting her head on the coffee table. Mom, are you okay? We rushed to help her up, and after a visit to the doctor, it turned out she had a mild concussion and needed to rest for a week. Ethan and I spent the week bonding over board games, movies, and even more silly dance sessions.
Living with Dad was kinda tough. He's always busy and I've had to move schools a lot.
That sounds hard, Ethan.
Yeah, but I've always admired you. I wished I could be part of your life. Dad once told me about you actually, and I made a secret account on Instagram and started following you.
Aw, I wish I'd known about you earlier, but I'm so glad you're here now. From then, our bond grew stronger, and it really felt like we were becoming a family. That is, till one day, Mom decided we needed family bonding time, so she planned a trip to the beach. Despite the heat, I was wearing long pants and a light jacket. I could feel stares from other people at the beach, but I didn't care. My scars were my business, and no one else's. But when Dad and Polly showed up, Mom lost it.
Who invited you? What are you doing here?
I did. They're part of my life too, and I want them here.
This is unbelievable. You always find a way to ruin everything.
No, Mom. You're the one who's always causing drama. For once, can't we all just enjoy a day at the beach?
Despite my best efforts, Mom refused and continued to throw a tantrum. Eventually, Dad, Polly, and Ethan and I decided to leave her on the beach and enjoy the day on our own. A few hours later, when Ethan and I got home, we found the apartment turned into a weird tribute to Mom's opera career. Everything was covered with her performance posters, reviews, costumes, and props, and Mom was sitting there in another ridiculous outfit. Why was she always so attention-seeking?
You're back. I hope you had a great day at the beach with your little family.
What's all this, Mom?
It's a reminder of who I am, who the real star of this family is. You think you can just live your life without recognizing my greatness? Think again.
Just then, I caught Ethan's eye, and we both burst out laughing at the absurdity at the scene. But Mom wasn't the least bit amused. She started singing and wouldn't stop for hours. And finally, Ethan called Dad to come and take us, and we both left with him. We stayed at Dad's for a few weeks, and Mom tried contacting me several times, but I never responded. I was done with her craziness. As months went by, life seemed to get back to normal with Polly and Dad, and I was happy. Then one day, I received a mysterious Instagram message from an account with no profile picture asking me to meet them. The person was claiming to be some long-lost sibling of mine. I thought it was a prank, but the person kept sending messages and begging for a chance to talk. So, after talking it over with Polly and Dad, I decided to give it a shot. What did I have to lose, right? I arranged to meet the anonymous person at the cafe, and even Polly and Ethan came along. We were nervous, but curious. When I finally saw who it was, my mind went blank. It was a girl, and she looked so much like me and Ethan. Hi, I'm Alex.
I know this sounds crazy, but I think we're siblings.
You too? How are we just hearing about you?
Our mom didn't want me to have any contact with you. I've been living with my dad and stepmom, and I only recently did some digging and found out about you guys. I've been looking for you two for a while now. My dad told me too that it's Mom who didn't want me to know about you, Casey.
You know what, guys? We're gonna talk to her right now. Come with me. With that, we took off for Mom's place to confront her. When we got there, she was shocked to see all her kids in one place, and then she started crying like a banshee. I tried to make her calm and sat her down. Mom, just tell us why.
You already know why, Casey. I clearly have some issues and can't take care of 3 children. I'm getting therapy, I swear, and it's not even the first time. I just didn't want my kids growing up with some weird, embarrassing psycho mom, and I knew they had nice families. Ethan lived with his dad, and Alex too. I wasn't around, but I always knew how my kids were doing.
But you clearly chose to raise Casey and be a part of her life. She had a better life knowing who her real mom is.
Oh, honey, what better life? She's the miserable one dealing with a crazy mom like me. She's my oldest, and it was hard to be away from her. But with you two, I had more courage and more people to support my decision. What I did is unforgivable, and I hope you understand me.
We were all speechless, and Ethan was crying. Alex looked like she would burst into tears any moment too, but Mom looked worse. You should have just told us, Mom. It would have been nice to know my siblings.
I'm so sorry, but I'll try to make it up to you all. Speaking of which, I found a really good skin doctor, Casey, and he said he can fix your arms and legs so you can finally wear some decent clothes. Polly can help you. We all burst into laughter while still in tears. That was Mom for us. We decided to put everything behind us and give Mom a chance. It was a hard decision, but with our parents' love and support, we had hope for a better future.